Welcome back to the quiz machine. Test your biblical knowledge. How well do you know the Bible? Take this fun Bible quiz to find out. We'll do 35 questions, and we'll start off with the Old Testament. Who led the Israelites out of Egypt? Joshua, Moses, or Aaron? Moses was the one who led them. What was the name of Isaac's wife? Sarah, Rebecca, or Rachel? Her name was Rebecca. Who wrestled with God? Esau, Jacob, or Joseph? That was Jacob. How many sons did Jacob have who became the patriarchs of the tribes of Israel? 10, 12, or 14? He had 12 sons. Who was sold into slavery by his brothers? Benjamin, Joseph, or Judah? Joseph was betrayed and sold. What was the name of Moses' brother who was his spokesman? Gershom, Aaron, or Elijah? That was Aaron. Where did Moses receive the 10 Commandments? Mount Sinai, Mount Nebo, or Mount Horeb? Mount Sinai is the correct answer. Who succeeded Moses as the leader of the Israelites? Caleb, Joshua, or Samuel? Joshua took the lead after Moses. Who was the first king of Israel? David, Saul, or Solomon? Saul was the first king. What was the capital city established by King David? Jericho, Jerusalem, or Bethlehem? Jerusalem was made the capital. Who built the first temple in Jerusalem? David, Solomon, or Rehoboam? Solomon built it. Which prophet spoke of a valley of dry bones? Ezekiel, Daniel, or Hosea? That vision came to Ezekiel. Who interpreted the handwriting on the wall for King Belshazzar? Isaiah, Jeremiah, or Daniel? Daniel was the interpreter. Which book tells the story of a man who was swallowed by a big fish? Amos, Jonah, or Josiah? Jonah is the one you're looking for. How many plagues did God send upon Egypt according to the book of Exodus? 7, 10, or 12? There were 10 plagues. What was the name of Abraham's first son? Isaac, Ishmael, or Jacob? Ishmael was the firstborn. What instrument did David play? Flute, harp, or trumpet? David played the harp. Who was the mother-in-law of Ruth? Sarah, Naomi, or Rebecca? Naomi was her mother-in-law. What did God provide for the Israelites to eat in the wilderness? Quail and fish, manna and quail, or fish and chips? Manna and quail. Which prophet anointed Saul as the first king of Israel? Nathan, Samuel, or Zechariah? That was Samuel. In what town was Jesus born? Jerusalem, Bethlehem, or Galilee? Bethlehem is correct. Which apostle denied Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed? John, Peter, or Andrew? Peter did. What was the first miracle Jesus performed according to the Gospel of John? Healing a blind man, raising Lazarus from the dead, or turning water into wine? He turned water into wine? On what day of the week did Jesus rise from the dead? Friday, Monday, or Sunday? Sunday was the day of resurrection. Who was the Roman governor who presided over the trial of Jesus? Herod the Great, Pontius Pilate, or Caesar Augustus? Pontius Pilate was the governor. Who was the wife of King Ahab who promoted the worship of Baal? Priscilla, Jezebel, or Delilah? Jezebel was her name. How many books are there in the New Testament? 24, 27, or 39? There are 27 books. What were the names of the 2 sisters of Lazarus, Sarah and Rebecca, Martha and Mary, or Leah and Rachel? Martha and Mary were his sisters? What was the name of the tax collector who became a disciple of Jesus? Matthew, Zacchaeus, or Thomas? Matthew, also known as Levi. In the parable of the lost sheep, how many sheep did the shepherd leave to find the one lost sheep? 90, 99, or 100? He left 99 behind. What was the name of the island where John wrote the book of Revelation? Patmos, Cyprus, or Sicily? It was Patmos. Who was the Roman emperor during Jesus' ministry? Nero, Tiberius, or Julius Caesar? Tiberius was the emperor then. What was the name of the town where Jesus grew up? Bethlehem, Nazareth, or Jerusalem? Jesus grew up in Nazareth. What was the occupation of Peter and Andrew before they became disciples? Tax collectors, fishermen, or carpenters? They were fishermen. In the book of Acts, who was the first Gentile convert to Christianity? John Mark, Cornelius, or Silas? Cornelius was the first. How did you do? Comment your score below and pick your next challenge. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the Quiz Machine. We'll see you in the next video.